The 6% spike everyone has been fearing is likely coming true in 2026, according to veteran Wall Street analysts, and how this could actually translate into a massive payday for millions and millions of Americans. I also have this article right here, which I will pop up on the screen in just a second, so you can see and read for yourself exactly what they're talking about, but this is actually a huge deal. A lot of this is hitting right now in early 2026, and I want to point out exactly what they are forecasting, and again, how this could translate into a lot of unexpected money rolling out to Americans in a massive way throughout the year, which would also be consistent with what the president has recently said in late 2025. Let's talk through the details, and let's pop this article up right here, right now, so you can see the details on this. Now, in this article right here, you can talk about, or you can see about 100 huge corporations and companies that we've all probably heard about at some point are laying off tons and tons and tons of people over the course of late 2025 and into early 2026. Now, this is kind of scary because remember, what happens when we see massive layoffs across the entire economy? Well, what does that show? It shows that the economy is not nearly as strong as what people believe it to be, because if the economy was very strong, we would not need to see massive layoffs and all kinds of huge companies cutting huge amounts of positions. And again, you can see here on this list, thousands and thousands and thousands of jobs for a lot of these huge corporations. It's nuts, like tens of thousands of jobs in some instances. That's a lot of people that are being impacted in a massive way. And these are just some of the large corporations that we've heard about. What about all the medium and small businesses that we've never heard about that are also laying off huge percentages of their workforce as well? Again, we're seeing that right now. What's really interesting about this as well is that just about a month ago, we saw the unemployment rate spike up to 4.6%, which was the highest read that we've seen since back in late 2021, a 4-year period of time that we did not see an unemployment rate going that high. And now there we are just a month ago, spiking up to 4.6%. Well, according to veteran Wall Street analysts, they're actually projecting a 6% unemployment rate at some point here in 2026. That's not very good. That's not very good at all. Just think of this. For every 1 point that the unemployment rate increases, that's about 1.8 million people that have lost their job. Well, as of right now, the unemployment rate as we speak, according to the last reading, again, sitting at 4.6%. So if we do actually reach 6%, that's about a 1.5% increase. It's actually a little bit less than that, but for easy mathematical purposes, let's just say it's a 1.5% increase on the unemployment rate. Remember, 1% increase is 1.8 million people. A 1.5% increase would be about 2.7 million people, roughly, that'd be losing their job this year. That's not good. That's not good at all, right? That's a lot of people. Wait, did I say 1.7? I meant to say 2.7 million people. Either way, whatever I said, I meant to say 2.7 million people, okay? I think you get it by now. Okay, my point being is that that's still a lot of people that may be losing their jobs this year. Now, how could this possibly translate into a huge payday for Americans out there? Okay, well, what did we hear in the last couple months here out of the president, late 2025? He talked about this $2,000 dividend payment, the $2,000 stimulus check, the rebate payment, the distribution to the people of America, whatever it happens to be, right? Now, that is something that he wants to roll out here at some point in 2026, right? He's made that very clear. In 2026, he wants that money to roll out. But remember what else I've been saying for years here on the channel as well. What predicates the distribution of huge payments and or stimulus checks, dividend payments, EIP, economic impact payments, whatever you want to call it? What predicates the distribution of that money to go out to people? Economics, right? Literally the health of the overall economy. When the economy is not doing very good, they print up trillions of dollars and they push out a portion of that in the form of stimulus to us, the people, right? So point being with that is that if we see a 6% unemployment rate, you better believe there's going to be money flowing everywhere like it's going out of style. They're going to print money like it is absolutely nuts, and they're going to push that money out everywhere because 6% unemployment is not good, right? In fact, as of maybe a month or so ago, give or take a little bit, I was out in a separate video and I said, hey, there were projections coming out that we might see a 5.7% unemployment rate at some point in 2026. Now here we're talking about a 6% rate, right? So the projections are increasing. It's not good. Even 4.6%, again, this is the highest rate that we've seen since September of 2021, right? Not good. What was happening in September 2021? We were still trying to pull out of the shutdown times that we saw in basically, a lot of 2020, right? So we were still in a very kind of nasty situation at that point right there. So anyway, this is certainly going to be a very interesting year here, but again, a lot of factors are coming in right now, a lot of data that is coming across that is not really pointing to a super strong, robust economy. Some sectors, for sure, yes. Some areas we are for surely seeing a nice, strong data or economy that's coming in, right? But for the most part, a lot of the data coming across is ultimately not that very strong whatsoever. Which, quick side note, this coming Friday, in just a few days from right now, we will be getting the December unemployment data. That's going to be a very, very, very key number to watch very closely. That'll be the latest read on unemployment, the unemployment rate, and are these projections that they're talking about here of all of these huge companies laying off thousands, like tens of thousands of people per company, as you saw there. And again, hundreds of thousands of people, ultimately millions of people this year in 2026. Are we going to start seeing that reflected in these unemployment numbers? And remember as well, historically, December is generally a pretty strong employment month. So when we see these numbers come out on Friday, the unemployment data numbers, when we see those come out on Friday, guess what? They better be pretty strong numbers, because December is typically a pretty strong employment month because of the holidays, right? They hire people for the holiday to get holiday help, right? If we don't see a very strong employment number, that could be really nasty. And again, pointing toward many people suggesting that we're already in a recession. Now, obviously, we don't generally get confirmation of a recession until at least 6 months after we've already been in a recession. But many people out there are suggesting we're already in a recession. Who knows if we are, or who knows if we're not? I don't know. It's not going to be until at least the second half of 2026 until we get any type of official confirmation if we are or if we're not. But a lot of people are saying we're certainly leaning that way. Let's see what happens. But anyway, just want to point this out for you really quickly so we can all be on board with what's going on right now. I will certainly keep you posted with any further details that comes across the wire. It's a very interesting time. And again, I've been saying for a while now, 2026 is going to be nuts with all the things that are happening. I will certainly keep you posted along the way each and every day. Now, I'm going to point this out really quickly here at the end, as I always like to do. And again, here that we are in 2026, if you are one of the nearly 70 million people on Medicare, if at any point you need any help with your Medicare, as in your initial enrollment, if you need help finding the best Medicare plan and coverages for you and your personal needs, whatever it happens to be, you have questions on Medicare, whatever it happens to be, your best free resource to get help is by calling Chapter right there. Phone number's there. You've seen it the whole time. Call them. They've already helped thousands and thousands of people in this community, collectively saving a ton of money, like multiple millions of dollars, which is absolutely amazing. And again, just in the last month or so, I've pulled these comments out of the comment section from those of you in this community after calling them, getting tons and tons of help. Check this out. I'll flip through some of these pages here. These are just comments that I've received in the last, again, like month and a half. Just the comments that have reached out and said, hey, I called, saved a bunch of money, got better coverage, whatever it happens to be. Average person is saving $1,100. That's the average savings. And again, these are just some of the comments. This is just a portion of what I've gathered so far. There's a whole lot more comments than that I've gathered. Anyway, I also have this document showing some of the people, the names, and how much people have saved on a monthly or annualized basis. Absolutely amazing as well. And again, a couple pages here. Collectively, just on this page, about $150,000 of savings just on this page alone. So anyway, hope this helps you. Again, if you have not done so, please consider subscribing. 100% free. Big subscribe button down below. Please share the video. Big share button right down below. And again, if you're on Medicare, call Chapter tomorrow. Call Chapter tomorrow. They're not open today, as I film this video right now, Sunday. But tomorrow, Monday, they're open. Call them tomorrow, right away tomorrow, or at any given point this coming week here. I know over the last few months here, there's been a number of you that have reached out and said, I tried calling Chapter. Their phone was 3-hour wait. Yeah, the end of the year is always very busy, okay? This time of year, they have way more flexibility and they're not nearly as busy. So way better time to call them, way better time to get in contact. Call them, their phone number for you. They will absolutely help you out. Again, free. I love free stuff, and I want to help you out with free stuff. All right, anyway, please enjoy, subscribe, share the video, and I'll catch you again later in the next one.